We serve the God of the abundance, but there's a catch. When the children of Israel were delivered out of the house of bondage, which was their slavery to the Egyptians, by which they experienced that for 400 years, God didn't take them immediately into the promised land, but he took them through the wilderness first. Now, when they arrived into the wilderness, there was no water nor any food, as you could guess. So God had to provide for them in supernatural ways so that through this, they would learn to trust him. Now, it's important to note that while the children of Israel were in bondage to the Egyptians for 400 years, they never experienced a shortage of food. So they're enslaved, but they're well fed. So time goes by and God begins to provide for the children of Israel by this little wafer called manna. It tastes like honey. Now, I believe right here that God was giving them a little taste of the land of milk and honey that he was soon to bring them into. Now, when the children of Israel would wake up every morning, God had provided manna for them, in which it was in abundance all across the ground. So the children of Israel would wake up every morning, they would see the manna in great abundance, and they would gather food for themselves. But here's the catch. They were commanded to only gather just enough for a single day's worth of food per individual. Give us this day, which is our daily bread. This isn't just referring to the spiritual food that God provides for his people, but this is also referring to the natural food that God would provide for his people. So what's the lesson here? Although we serve the God of the abundance, there are certain seasons of life by which God will only feed you in measures. So you may have seasons where you have to work paycheck to paycheck. But will God be faithful if you believe? Absolutely. You may have seasons where you only have enough for today. But will God be faithful? Absolutely. See, we've been trained to believe that we need the overflow. No, we need the measure, because the measure is going to teach me and train me to trust God, especially for the times that are coming. Wars are coming, famines are coming, all these things are prophesied about, and you're going to need to know that God is going to provide for you, not through the overflow, but through the daily rate and by supernatural provision.